Hi, welcome to the Legacy Planning Back Office. This is where everything is stored and housed for your retrieval, your education, and to take a look at any updates that come in. So this is where it all lives. How to refer families to begin the estate planning process. You can click learn more about the process here. What we try to do is kind of give you some ideas on how you can make this process smoothly, easily, and some of the first steps you should be using to generate interest. We also created your own prospect pipeline here. You can access this. It's user-friendly. It's live. It takes a person and yourself right through the process of completing their estate plan. So we have all of their information here, the tracking the progress along their timeline, all the way to the finish line where you'll see your compensation. So we love this because our agents come in here and they don't have to go anywhere else. It's live, and then they can make their updates. You're looking at the Marketing and Education Center that you will receive. So you'll look at here several areas that are very important for education, not only for the client, but for yourself. So if we click this, you'll see a whole host of informational booklets and checklists that you could share, flowcharts such as this one. Will I receive a step up in basis on inherited property, for example? So this is invaluable stuff here. Anyway, you get all this. This is all part of it. Life guide booklets. You can brand these: managing your business, marriage and money, paying for college, retirement, Medicare, dealing with divorce. So you can get a booklet like this, pick it up, you can customize it down here, and then you could share this information. So we have many, many more. You could see them here: managing an inheritance and when a loved one dies, for example. There are, I don't know how many, 15, 20, 25 of those. Our planning library, there's about 66 different topics that you are able to pull up, retrieve, get information on, share the information with clients, and again, you'll never run out of an education. PowerPoint presentation, I'm not sure it's in here, it might be. It is, so you'll have access to an estate planning PowerPoint presentation, which I sit in with, and we do it together at first until you become comfortable. This could be done in an open session, live event, or we could do it through a virtual screen share environment. Both work very, very well. You get an estate planning glossary, specimen documents, website templates. You'll have the ability to share in our templating. Some of it is done through Canva, and we will provide that to you. And more education here, as you see, the importance of deed types, trustee basics, and an estate planning guide that we give out to clients. Here is your video section. What is probate? How to avoid it? Power of attorneys, joint trusts for children. What are the differences between wills and living trusts? Elder care financial planning. Home equity reverse mortgages even, and a home equity transfer. It's a great shareable video section. Now we move to the pre and post plan services area. This is where all of your pre-planning, your prospecting can take place using our already created email marketing, where you would just come in here and tap it, open it up, and you'd be able to retrieve it from your file once it's downloaded. So you have all of these prospecting emails that have been created. They work. This isn't something that I thought of overnight. We know that they do work in the industry. So you can build upon your contact system and add many people to it just by sharing this information. On the left, you see estate pre-planning, pre-plan appointment guide. This is where you would send out just a little information that they should become familiar and comfortable with, so that it makes your role, our role, and their role easier. A timeline and process guide just shows you and them where we are in the estate plan process sequence. Prospect pipeline chart, I showed you that before. Trust-based estate plan pricing. So we have a guide, we work off of this guide, and we work from the guide to determine what the appropriate pricing would be. Estate plan roles and definitions, this they really do like because this does help them get a visual behind putting an estate plan together, who these important people in their life are or who need to be. So we provide that to them as well, and this is something that you have access to with us here. A guide for healthcare wishes, healthcare statement of wishes, comprehensive legacy organizer, over 100 pages of a hard copy. Successfully, we put this right inside of their binder, of their portfolio when it gets mailed to them. And then we encourage them. People have never really seen anything so robust like this. Here is a couple of guides for trustee successors, what it means to be a trustee, as well as the ultimate guide, estate closure. This is a phenomenal piece that is meant for personal representatives, executors, trustees, fiduciaries, and successors. These are 50 steps it takes to close an estate. We kind of give them everything they need, but working with us and you certainly makes it more manageable. But everyone should have this, even funeral directors. Trust funding services here on the right. We have trust funding process notice and a specific asset funding guide. The reasons why trusts do not get funded is because people do not know how to do it. Also, they're not motivated by anyone to get it done. That's the difference here. That's what we pride ourselves on doing, making sure that they have a completed estate plan funded. So if you take a look at the guide, this guide will tell everyone what they need to do to position or change the ownership of their assets wherever they are, and gives them the specific instructions to do so, along with some documents. Everyone needs it. On the right, you see DocuBank. This is where your advance directives or the client's advance directives are held 24/7, and they're populated and sent to the healthcare physicians when needed for hospitalization, short-term stays. So everything you need here, including your own membership enrollment form, your own DocuBank card branding request form, are all held here. So agents love it because you get branded onto the client's medical card that they carry with them. This is free to you. So we're really loving this. Client enrollment form membership for realtors. You also can get your own for yourself or your spouse comped by DocuBank. So talk to me more about that. Deed services. Know that we can help anyone create a new quitclaim or a warranty deed. This is very important and essential to be done, especially when they do take a new trust out. That deed needs to be retitled to the name of their new trust. And in most cases, we can also facilitate the recording of this deed in the resident state in which they are in. Now, we cannot do that all of the time, but I would say 95% of the time. The other 5%, we're able to work with them and guide them on how to get that done. On the right, you see home exemptions by state. This is a unique tool. You really won't find this anywhere. Explaining what the home exemptions are particular to your state, what that asset size needs to be, or the trigger for probate. And this is very important. So we really do prepare our agents with everything they need. Now, you're not out there alone, obviously. You work with us, you work with me, and you work with our legal team who helps supply all of the information and puts all of the packaging and documents together. And you deliver it. You look like a hero. Notary and witnessing services. You should know that we do and we can perform online notary via online notary service that we have. And we also can provide witnessing services. I've come across some people who didn't feel they had a witness that they can call on. So there is the ability to handle that. And our post-plan update evaluation checklist. Check this out. This is pretty cool. This is an interactive email. It's all set up that really just helps a client understand the issues that they should consider, what they should really be knowing about, what they have done or not done so far. Now, we've included questions about real estate, market value, transactions, investing into this little self-evaluation. This comes back to us. You're notified. And this gives us the sounding board in which we can start moving forward and work appropriately with them. There's information about our privacy and security. And recently, we've added two extremely valuable components. One is our legacy letter creation. This is the ability to help clients with a course. It's free to them, thanks to you, where they're able to now input this legacy letter to their dear loved ones, children, family members, grandparents for children, grandchildren. This is the important part. This is not monetary, but this is the emotional. This is the cultural. This is the value of life that's being passed from one generation to the next through a love letter. We love this. Clients like it. They're trying to do it anyway. Everyone has thought about it. You, again, can become the hero to that family very easily. And they sign up for it. They can attend the course, and it's all done by the founder who put this together. We love it, and we're happy to include it. We also have something that no one else has. This is our proprietary inheritance transfer app system. You can come in here, take a look at the video. It's a fully secure digital and tangible asset platform done by desktop or on your phone. This is where all of your important elements of assets are housed, along with the recipients who stand to receive them one day. It also can act as a communications platform between you and the client, whereby you can become that advisor who is within their system. With their permission, you are able to at least see what's going on and be of value for them in arranging this to get completed, making sure that their properties are put in, and who's getting what when. Through what's called heartbeat monitoring, a triggering response is made, and assets get passed automatically to the beneficiaries or heirs. So no one has this. This is the missing link in estate planning. This is why over $60 billion and more are missing, lost assets that go into the state funds because they never get looked at, they never get notified. No one knows where anything is. And so there's a tremendous loss from one generation to the next. And so I hope you can see that what you're getting with us is something far and away superior with our white glove services that we perform. We do not just offer an estate plan and say goodbye. We are with them throughout the year, updating their information, learning about the moves that they make, or even better, their intended moves and consequences with properties that they have intention on selling or buying. And there's no one better to be in place to assist them with that than you. This is one of the best client communication management systems out there today. This is where we have our message board, to-do list, and estate plan documents center. It's where all of the information, the communications that go on between us are stored. There's no need to try to email people over and over again where they do not recognize the purpose of the email. When they receive an email from this platform, they know it is involving their estate plan and the importance of it. So this communication platform, if you take a look at the message board, you'll see an ongoing trail of communications between the client and you. And this is very important because nothing gets lost in the process. The estate plan document center, you could see this is where everything is being stored and held. They have access. Our client meetings are here. All of the documents before sign, signature, and after signature are stored here. And then we take them through the journey of the financial part of the trust asset sustainment, making sure that their income will last beyond date of death so that the trust can still remain open and operable to be passed to their next in line. We also take a look at specifics on where some of their expenses and income are coming from and going to. And then we provide them trust planning services that include some other financial pieces that are very important to them. So I wanted to share with you this robust client management system. It's a client and advisor shared platform.